pumping fast through my veins. My muscles strain from the weight. Don't think I can do this. A motor roars between my legs. Strong clutch, turn into a spray. I'm hoping to get through this. Then I'm flying, there's nothing inside me. I'm obsessed of all fear and regret. I'm focused, living in the moment, coming closer to life and to death. My will is
So as you saw in them clips, me and a friend Koala developed World War II model files for Cronka.io. We tried to stay as close to World War II accurate as possible. We did some research when downloading the models for the guns, so as to know kind of what they are. However, if I make any mistakes in this video, I got it all pretty much all from Wikipedia, just a general knowledge, because I don't really need to know the knowledge, I just like the models. So if I've got anything wrong, then feel free to comment. But first we got the Sten gun, used by British forces during World War II. It's got a nice ADS that doesn't clip when firing, because before it would clip through your face when you fired. They're all pretty nicely modelled, as you can see. Got them from the internet, but they're all nicely modelled. So you know, go on, if you want to make your own, go on these modelling places and download them all. Pretty much all of them are really nice, high quality. If you want to know how to do this, then look up this guy. I'll just get his YouTube channel up. I think this is it. Maybe not, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, this guy. This thing here, it will show you exactly how to exactly how to download, import these custom weapon models. However, one thing you may notice is it's got not really a skin. This one's not too bad because the colour actually suits it. But texture maps don't really work. If you look at my little window here that shows an example, if I change off a Sky Rifle to Zebra Rifle example, it completely removes the texture. There's a few guns like that that don't have skins, because the way I think it works and the way Koala thinks it works is that the skin will change the base color of it, and by changing the base color it changes to like this color here, where you can see all of the these like textures here and here. Whereas, for example, we're going to the next weapon here, the Luger, you can't really see all of the details, even though they are there, because the texture map is well, I could explain it in IRL terms. It's like it's not absorbing, it's not bouncing the light back off even, so you can't really see what's happening. It's absorbing the light, but obviously it's just a video game, so it's probably just, it's all exactly the same colour with no shadows. So I'm just going to move on to the next weapon here, which is the sniper rifle. So obviously this is modelled after a Luger, a German infantry, well, German secondary weapon really. Now this is the M1. Yeah, this is the M1. Koala really wanted an M1, so we've got an M1 as a sniper rifle. The ADSing goes slightly underneath where you ADS, but that's fine because no scopes aren't really a thing. As you can see, this one has got you can see all the details in this because of the texture I've got on at the moment. So I'm just going to speed through these pretty quickly, so I'll just get rid of this one real quick, and we'll go on to Submachine Gun. Now Submachine Gun is based off of a Mauser, I think it is, not a Mauser pistol, Mauser assault rifle. or even though it's meant to be a submachine gun, but this was also used by the German infantry. This one's got a very nice ADS on it, and to be fair, just using this weapon here is what made me go into using SMG, SMG a lot more. Just this model right here. As you can see, unfortunately, I've not got. I really wish I had a texture that didn't make it completely white like that, but unfortunately I don't. So, as I said, I'm just gonna skip through. I'll get the LMG. If it loads, here we are. Now this is the LMG, obviously modelled after a Tommy gun, which was not really used in World War II. I think it's mainly used in World War I, if in any World War at all. Although it might have been used in, I think it was used mainly in Africa for the British. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I've got some Africa airfix figures somewhere that have a Tommy gun that are British. So I assume that's what it is. But it's standard LMG really. Unfortunately, if you can't tell, it's not. The iron sights don't actually line up. They're a bit up and to the right of where you actually are aiming. So that's something to take into account. These can all be edited by following the tutorial I showed you, and change to what you want. So I'm going to change off the Desert Eagle to the pistol, and this is the Winchester Shotgun. Now you may have noticed that I do have utilities right here because of my custom sniper scope, but I don't like using the custom crosshair when using these models, because I like to use iron sights. So this is the Winchester rifle produced in the 1880s. This model was. So Winchester Shotgun under and over, lever action. This didn't really see any military action. However, the military shotguns World War II don't have very nice iron sights. They're just like a welded ball bearing at the end, really, is how they made iron sights for the shotguns. So they're not actually very effective in the game. So I changed it to this, which is quite a nice model. Also, this is a good example of how this is the I think it's the M1911 used by American infantry. The secondary, it's silenced, but this is a good example of how sometimes scaling has to be quite large to actually make the ADSing look normal, because even like here it looks normal, here it looks normal. If you inspect it or see it in someone else's hands, it's absolutely massive. That's not a problem now. So if I just speed through these. Now this is an interesting one, the revolver. Instead of being a revolver, we decided that we change this to a M1 carbine, which was used by the American infantry. Again, this was used by actual infantry soldiers and paratroopers, I believe. And this is a semi-automatic rifle, which is why we thought it'd be perfect for the revolver, because the revolver is semi-automatic, and even though it wouldn't be a revolver wouldn't really be semi-automatic like in real life for World War II, so that's why we decided to go for this instead. The iron sights line up quite well. If I just aim at there, you can see that when we come back down to the rest, we're firing exactly in where the iron sights are shooting. So that's the revolver, or M1. So now it's a semi-auto. Semi-auto is a bit disappointing. This is my relic skin for semi-auto. It comes up purple, a bit weird. But yeah, this is meant to be a car 91, I think it is. But you can see that there's voxels and stuff where it's not meant to be. This looks a lot better on the download. However, it doesn't look that bad, especially like when you're running around and then real quick, you know, it at a glance, and when you're running around and focusing more on enemies, you don't really notice it. From the side, you can also see that the reason it looks like that is because from the sides it's meant to look really nice and smooth. I think this was more meant to be like in a display case in a game, not actually used. So there's only two more. So this is the rocket launcher. We decided to change it to a grenade launcher. Now unfortunately there is a clipping issue when you ADS on this. As soon as it goes sort of through your chin, I assume that's where it'd be. However, even though it does go slightly through your chin, it doesn't really. It's not really noticeable, especially since not many people, I assume, would use. Not many people would use rocket launcher, but the iron sights on this are quite accurate, and with moving it down, you can move it down if you want to. However, your hands would go through the barrel, and it just wouldn't look that good, especially since if you're using rocket launcher, you know it's just a quick like that, and you don't really notice it. So yeah, finally we're moving on to probably the most disappointing one, which is Akimbo Uzi. The reason this is the most disappointing, the reason this will be the most disappointing weapon is because not many weapons were Akimbo weld or dual weld in any war really, because it's not very effective. Can't aim very well using dual weapons, and so because of that, I decided not to change the model from when I first tried it. When I first started out, I wasn't going World War II, I was just seeing what I could do. And I downloaded these, I think they're called Sidewinders, they're like futuristic weapons. I'm not sure they're from a game, you can let me know. But I just decided not to change it from this, because it is custom. Unfortunately, again, with the textures, they're completely black. I don't think you can, no, you can't inspect this either. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll link everyone that helped in the description below, along with the music that was in the little montage. I'm not very good at montages, so yeah, that's something to take note of. I hope you subscribe to see more things like this, seeing as I do want to get more into making the model sets like this. The download for this zip file will be in the description as well, which has all of these models and stuff, and then just follow CrispyCrust's video on how to actually get them all into your file, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.